Hello. Hey guys, if you're new, hey Cherylyn from Queensland. Hello. Yes, I've been back for a while. So I was traveling America last year, but I've been at home for a bit now, but I moved. Hey Cindy, nice to see you. Hey Aiden. Look, I wanted to come and try a couple of new decks that I got today. I know I swore not to accumulate any more decks because I'm running out of space, but they're my babies. I'm good, thanks Aiden. How are you? So I really need to do up my room into a library so that I can have them all organized. But let me show you some of the new decks that I got today. I got the extraterrestrial deck here, which is kind of cool. So if you want a card free, ask for this deck, or we've got the Totem Guardians, which is nice as well. It's this deck here. And it's got like, I like the artwork. It's kind of different. Look at this one. And then, yeah, so that's the Totem Guardians. Or if you would like a card from Earth and Bone, this one's a cool deck as well. It's got skulls on it and it's like pretty nice artwork. I'll show you. I love a good gilded edge. But this is the artwork here. And also guys, I'm thinking about doing shorts for the channel because my algorithm is like just woeful at the moment, and I need to get on board with the whole like short videos, but I just don't know what to do. It's kind of hard to do a short tarot reading. I was thinking about maybe doing some ASMR, but I don't have the equipment for ASMR. Like, you know how the ASMR people have the microphones that kind of what's the word, amplify the noises that they make when they speak, and it just makes it a little bit more relaxing. So I don't have the equipment, but then anyway, I have to come up with ideas for what to do in the shorts. Maybe I could just demonstrate to you what my decks look like. Maybe I could introduce some different tarot cards and oracle decks in the short videos. I don't know. Hey Tammy. So hit me up guys if you're wanting one card free. Let me know which deck you want, or if you just want a tarot card. As I said, I've got the Earth and Bone, I've got the Totem Guardians, and I have the Extraterrestrial Oracle. Okay. So let's get going. I also have like a bit of a sore ear at the moment, so I'm kind of speaking a little bit funny. Can't even blame it on Mercury retrograde. It's just I have very sensitive ears, and when I get water in them, like when I wash my hair and stuff, they get like, sometimes I get an infection. It's not very nice, and sometimes it hurts to talk. Cherylyn wants a card. So where in Queensland are you from? I love Queensland. I'm kind of drawn to the Totem Guardians for you, Cherylyn. So I've got some family near Raby Bay and Mount Cotton in Queensland. And we holiday in Noosa around New Year's. So yeah, I thought maybe Sunshine Coast. Yeah, that's why I mentioned Noosa. And because when I asked you where in Queensland are you from, they showed me, you know, the guy that got murdered, the businessman that, it was tragic, got murdered by those teenagers. They were showing me that. So I thought maybe Sunshine Coast. Hey Collins. So is that near where that happened? I don't know. I don't know the Sunshine Coast well enough to know like how far you are from that. All right, angels and spirit, please show me what is the message for Cherylyn. What is the message for Cherylyn, please? What's the message for Cherylyn, please, spirit? You've got the seal / selkie, and the meaning is longings. So how far is Warana from you? So let's have a look at the meaning of this card. So just bear in mind, I got this deck like literally an hour ago, so I don't know the meanings yet. So it says, Seal Shapeshifter Selkie speaks of our innermost desires and longings, which we can't help but feel emanating from our soul. You do not need any rational explanation for them. You do not need to provide mental justifications for them or concern yourself with the ways these desires come about. You know you have them in your heart and they're meant for you. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone, not even to your own mind. Isn't it funny? Because it's like, you know how I was saying I'm obsessed with my cards? I get a lot of judgment from like my family, and they're like, how many tarot decks do you actually need? And sometimes I even feel guilty about it myself, but it's just my passion. It's my thing, you know? So they're saying, own up to these feelings of longing. They are in you for a reason. Follow your heart, no matter how illogical it might seem. You know this inner truth, and you don't need any validation to make yourself more certain, for you already feel it. So there's something that you might be wanting to do, or a place where you're wanting to go, but you keep putting it off for whatever reason. People might tell you it's a bad idea. Maybe you're thinking about what could go wrong or how much money it's going to cost, but there's a reason why you really want to do it. So it's the next suburb. Oh, wow. Okay, awesome. I'm finding that that particular psychic ability is getting stronger for me. So when I'm trying to channel someone's energy, I pick up on places really quickly. So especially if I'm watching a movie or a show or a documentary, and I don't watch a lot of TV if I'm honest, I immediately know where in America, like it's like spirit will pinpoint to me on the map where it's being filmed, and then I Google where is this being filmed, and then it's always the place that comes up. So it's very interesting. Hey Mark, how you going? Hey Lydia. Okay. Simba from the USA, let me see. Nothing's really immediately, you know what? Let me use this deck. I know what I want to say, but I'm not ready to commit yet. Rachel says, is it Rachel? Did you change your handle? Vegemite Kid. Oh, baby Margot is doing really well, thank you. Oh no, Mark, you've got pneumonia. Yes, okay. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I was getting around Florida. But I wasn't really sure if I was on track, and then they are giving me near the water. So it could be somewhere like a port where you live, like, I don't know. I'm getting sailing vessels, so let me know if that makes sense. It is Rachel, yay. Okay, cool. Lydia wants a card, and Mark, which deck do you want me to use for you? So I've got the Earth and Bone, the Totem Guardians, or the Extraterrestrial. Don't ask me to repeat that word again. So Lydia, do you have one in mind? Because I was thinking, let's call it the Alien deck, okay? Let's see what message you get. Oh my God, I should have just not answered you because I kind of saw that coming. We've got a lot of people who are joining my lives, and they have no business joining them. So I'm going to just say goodbye to that person. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Lydia, like literally every time I go live, there's people wanting to convert. Now, just because I do readings doesn't mean I'm not Christian. Like seriously, we are not in the dark ages anymore, people, okay? Mark will tell you that as well. Okay. So, oh, Myla and Nelly, cute. All right, Lydia, let's see what your card is, Lydia. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Lydia need to see? What does Lydia need to see? When I was trying to pick that person's location, like no lie, I was like thinking, oh, this person is a skeptic. Why am I even trying to get where their location is? Never doubt your intuition, people, because the minute that you do, it's wrong, and you regret it. Okay. Let's see. Angels and Spirit, please show me. What does Lydia need to see? Of course, I can't pinpoint on the map every single person's location, especially because, I mean, I haven't been to all parts of America. So my psychic sight is kind of limited to the places that I've kind of been. Don't get me wrong, I've been to quite a few places in America, but okay. Angels and Spirit, please show me. Sorry, Lydia, I know this is a really long shuffle, but this is a new deck and I just want to make sure I'm channeling your energy. Okay, so here we go. Oh, you got the Hermit. So this is Virgo energy, Lydia, but you might be going through a bit of an introspective period. Now, kind of makes sense because we are in Mercury retrograde. And you probably have heard me time and time again talk to you about Mercury retrograde. It's a time of reflection. It's a time of review. It's a time to reevaluate what's working in your life, what's not working in your life. But the Hermit represents wisdom. So it's time to go within and do some reflecting, as I said. You are at the moment, you're tired. Okay, well, give yourself some rest. I'm going to do Rachel. Rachel, we're going to do for you the Earth and Bone deck. Let's see. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Rachel need to see? Here's the guidance for Rachel. Here's the guidance for Rachel. Ooh, this is Leo energy, warrior. It's talking about inner strength, clarity, and presence. Let's see. Maybe Leo season, which is right around the corner, like literally it starts on the 23rd, is significant for you in some way, but it's saying focusing entirely on the here and now and becoming acutely aware of your present will bring you exactly what you need. Peace, tranquility, and calmness will be achieved. Your manifestations are set in motion because you finally believe that you're deserving. Let them go and focus on all the beauty around you. There is beauty in the mundane and simplicity. Once you begin to practice being in the present and feeling gratitude for the moment, you set your dreams and desires in motion. Spirit is reassuring you. Rejecting intruding thoughts will help you in your transformation and progress. Now, the affirmation is, I am focused on this present moment with mind, body, and spirit to open the gates of clarity and perspective. I am brave, I am courageous, I am emotionally strong. Hey JJ, nice to see you. Okay, poor Mark has pneumonia. Let's see what the cards have for you, Mark. Okay. Isn't that weird? When I was shuffling the cards, the ear came out, and it's the card called active listening or authentic listening. And I always associate the ears with balance, and you're Libra, the scales, right? The reason why I associate ears with balance is when something's going on with your ear. It does affect your balance. Have you ever noticed that? Let's see. Angels and Spirit, please show me. Now, I am feeling a little bit feverish as I channel your energy, Mark. So I don't know if that's how you knew that, you know, it started off with a bit of a fever. And I'm getting a little bit breathless. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Mark need to see? What is Mark's guidance? I can't make it up. So you did get authentic listening. So let's see what this message has for you. It says, shh, listen. Other beings from higher worlds may be screaming at you right now to pay attention. So clear that chattering mind and stop filling your head with clutter. Rest that butterfly/monkey brain and offer yourself freely with no expectation in order to have deep and meaningful communion. Authentic, active listening demands you to be fully in the present. Only then will you be able to open up to the deeper levels of consciousness and the mysteries of the universe. So listen fully with infinite understanding and unconditional love. Okay. Maybe one of the reasons why you felt ill is because you need to slow down. Maybe your life has become a little bit too busy and it's affected your ability to kind of receive messages. Hello, I can't say your name, but the person from Turkey, wow. It's amazing how people tune in from all around the world. I never get over it. Okay. All right, so guys, let me know if you want a card. We've got 12 in here. Okay, so for those of you who've just joined, I'm doing one card free, or if you want a proper reading, it's $15 and the details are in the description box. With the $15 readings, we will be using tarot cards and oracle cards to get the answers that you need. So I love coming on live, especially when I get new decks, because it's a good opportunity for me to play with my new decks and give back to the people that, you know, view my videos and subscribe to my channel. Tammy would like a card. Okay, which deck would you like, or do you want me to just choose one for you? Thank you, Mark. Tammy, I'm kind of drawn to the Totem Guardians for you. Let's see. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Tammy need to see? What does Tammy need to see, please? You've got the frog. It says dream world. Interesting, because I always associate the frog with cleansing. I don't know why. I think I've got that from a few other different decks. I don't know, maybe you want to look up the spiritual meaning of the frog, but let's see what this particular card says. It says, the frog is our messenger between the dimensions we visit in our dreams and this realm. Make your dreams more vivid and memorable by keeping a dream journal. Look for solutions to your current troubles, either in past dreams or the future ones. Declare an intention before going to sleep to get a hint within your dream as to how to resolve your problem, or to help you integrate a repetitive old pattern that you can't seem to shake off yet. A more down-to-earth message from the frog is to make sure you get enough sleep. Enough does not mean what is prescribed for an average human, but enough for the way that you feel right now, even if some of the responsibilities and daily tasks might get disrupted by it. Okay, so I hope that that was helpful. I love the US Games decks. Pretty sure, yeah, look, see, US Games. You don't see this deck very often. So when I saw it in the shop today, I was like, yep, I will be taking this one off your hands. But I do like the artwork on this one. Apparently, the US Games decks, they appreciate in value. Like, you know, when they stop publishing them, sometimes they can fetch a pretty good price, so they're in high demand with collectors. Hello, is it McLarney? I'm glad, Tammy, you're welcome. Okay, guys, if you're wanting one card free, you're welcome to have a question, or you're welcome to say which deck you want me to use for you. Because you know I've got so many here. I've got my Oracle deck that I use for work questions. I've got an Oracle deck about emotional blockages. I've got my love decks, everything, you name it, it's here. This is a cute little deck, the Cosmic Connections, Cosmic Crossroads, but sometimes I think like the cards which have really pretty artwork, the meaning doesn't really correspond to the artwork, so it kind of throws me off a little bit. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, you can see the artwork here. So, look at that, it's very colourful. Hey Ashley, I'm really well, thank you. How are you? So let me know what your favorite deck is, Mark. Like, I don't think I've ever asked you that question. If you could only have one deck, what deck would that be? You're hanging in there. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Yes, they are. But I don't use these ones very often, I must say, just because, as I said, the meanings of the cards don't really, I don't know if it was that well thought out, this deck, or the guidebook anyway, but I do like the art. Tell you what deck is so interesting. It's the Teal Swan deck, and it's a really fat deck as well. Like, it's a lot of cards in here. It's 77 cards, and the guidebook is really detailed. Like, it's a thick guidebook, but there's no chance of you memorizing the meanings of all of these cards, because look at the name of the monsters and the creatures. It's just you heavily rely on the guidebook for this one, but it's very profound. Rachel says, would you ever use a vintage deck? Yes, I often do. I really love the Witch's Tarot, which is actually here. This is vintage. You can see by the box. And however, YouTube is really funny about nudity, and this deck has quite a bit of nudity in it, okay? I don't know if I'm even allowed to show you on these lives, but this one's okay because it's just bottoms, but you've got full frontal cards in here as well, so we won't go there. But I really like the art on the vintage decks, but they're so expensive, these decks. Like, you're looking at quite a few hundred. This deck I snapped it up a few years back and it was not that expensive, but would hate to think how much, well, I'd love to think how much it's worth now, because I've got them in my hot little hands. But if you're wanting to get a copy, then you could be looking at, I don't know, up to $1,000. You don't know, Mark? Okay. So I don't think that's a US Games deck. It's a Llewellyn. Yeah, so let's see. You do have to be careful when it comes to nudity, which is kind of annoying, because it's like we're in 2025, you know? Okay, this phone is just not wanting to stay up, so I'm trying to use a crystal to keep it up. I told you I don't really have the equipment. I told you guys that I want to do ASMR, but I don't have the microphone that you kind of need. Okay. Come on. Let's see if that works. Okay, guys, I think we have some shy people today. I'm sure there's people wanting a card, but maybe they don't like to ask. Of course, yep, I do accept super chats. The only reason why I prefer the PayPal is because YouTube takes quite a large percentage of the super chats. Oh, totally understand. You know, PayPal's kind of the same now. Like the fees are just horrific. But, you know, it's tax deductible, I suppose. But, you know, it's just the way of the world now. Yeah, let's not go there. The state of the world's economy is too depressing to go into. All right. Okay, so who do we have here? Oh, Mark, thank you. All right, we've got a love question. Let's see. Which deck do I want to use for you, Mark? I think I want to use this deck. Right. Do you have pain in your back as well, Mark? Like, sometimes when you're sick, you get the muscle aches, but I'm getting some pain in the back. I know which one you're talking about. You know, that's one of the few that I don't have. Maybe I need to get my hands on it, Rachel, if you rate it. Let's see. Angels and Spirit, please show me. What does Mark need to see regarding love? How can Mark manifest a soulmate, please? Notice I say a soulmate, because everyone thinks that we only have one soulmate, but it's just not true. Angels and Spirit, please show me. What does Mark need to know when it comes to finding love? There's patterns that you need to break, Mark. We'll see what it is. I'll try and see what the tarot gives me in terms of the pattern that keeps repeating in your love life. But you've got growth is getting very clear on the ways that you block your own blessings. No, I actually make my own, Ashley, I make my own oracle decks using playing cards. So it's like the gypsy way of doing things. Anyway, growth is getting very clear on the ways that you block your own blessings. Maybe, Mark, you go for like emotionally unavailable people, but we'll ask the tarot how you might block your own blessings. It could have something to do with unprocessed pain as well of yours, pain that you're still holding on to. You might not even be aware that you're holding on to it, because you know what? I used to go and get tarot readings for myself years ago, and psychics would say, you're not over your ex. And I'm like, I'm telling you, I'm over him. I never spare a thought for the guy. I don't know what he's doing in his life. I'm not following him on social media. I could not tell you what's going on in that person's life because he means zilch to me. But they kept picking up that there was unresolved stuff in relation to him, and I kind of get it now. You know, when you're really kind of damaged by a particular relationship, of course you're going to change the way you relate to people as a result of that experience. So I guess, you know, maybe I was carrying around a little bit of bitterness. I guess there were some trust issues that were never there before. So there's things that you might need to kind of once and for all release, because you've got a card that says past heartbreak will be part of our present relationship until it's healed, or our present energy, our present love life. So maybe you need to kind of do a bit of journaling or go and see a counselor if you feel you need to do that. Some people don't feel the need, but just to communicate about where the pain is coming from so that you can bring it up to the surface for release. Okay, trust issues. Okay, well, you just said trust issues or worries, but you've got beliefs coming out in this card. This card says, when we take responsibility for what we're experiencing as coming from our beliefs, we have the power to change the situation. There's so many different examples I could give you for this, because I've got a lot of beliefs that have been conditioned or programmed that block me from receiving love as well. I think as empaths, we have it a lot harder because people come to us for readings, people rely on our guidance. How could we actually help people with their situations if we didn't go through difficult things ourselves? So you need to kind of be honest with yourself about some of the beliefs that you're carrying about love. Just to give you an example, one of mine is, and it's been drummed into me by, the world, that dating is hard, finding love is hard, and it's even harder for women these days because, and I could go on for hours about this, because men aren't really looking for commitment, it seems. And I'm saying men, generalizing. I know that it's not the case for every man, but these days it's not like back in the 50s when people would settle down early and start a family. People's priorities have completely changed, and I have to say I feel like it's skewed on the side of the men. You could argue that with me, and we could debate that back and forth for hours, I'm sure, but I want you to reflect on the beliefs that you have about why it could be difficult to find a partner. It's going to be obviously different for you. Your experience is going to be different, but I want you to kind of reframe those stories that you tell yourself and take back your power, because just because, the dating, what do you call it? Commentators say a certain thing, it's not necessarily the case. So you kind of need to just pare it back and strip back all of the thoughts that run through your mind each day about why relationships and love is so difficult, and then start from a clean slate. Then they're saying be open to magic synchronicities so that you release your fears about love and open to it fully. Okay. You say trust issues and worries. You've got some abandonment trauma here. And what abandonment trauma leads you to do is sabotage relationships as a way to affirm your fears. The fears that, someone will just eventually leave me anyway. Do you know what I mean? So let me know if that resonates with you. Let's ask the tarot. What does Mark... I'm getting your breathlessness really bad. Okay. What does Mark need to release? I think you need to drink more water, Mark. So don't be drinking soft drink or soda. Don't be drinking juice. I really want you to drink a lot of water, okay? It definitely does, Ashley, but I had a bit of an epiphany today while I was driving in the car and listening to my music. I won't go into it right now, but I think it could help a lot of people, so I kind of want to do it. Maybe I'll do a video on it on YouTube. Hey, 10 of Cups. Okay. What does Mark need to release? What does Mark need? 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is avoidance. So it could be that you're avoiding your own healing. And sometimes as healers, we focus on everyone else and we show up for everyone else and we want to heal everyone else. But that's a form of avoidance in itself. Because sometimes we need to just go, okay, I need to focus on me for now. What could I do differently? How can I heal myself in order to have a better experience in love? So, avoidance. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Mark need to release when it comes to love? Got Ace of Cups. I feel like this is you being too generous. That the cup is overflowing and you have so much love to give, but I just feel like now, and this is really hard for me to say because I don't want you to think you have to change who you are, and who you are is a really generous and loving person. But maybe you need to kind of make more conscious choices when it comes to the people you want to give your overflowing cup to. make sure they're open to receiving your overflowing cup before you kind of give of yourself so much. Let's put it that way. Yeah, and you need to strive for balance. But the Temperance card is about healing as well. So I do feel like there's some healing that you need to do from your past. And what better time to do that than Mercury retrograde? So let's have a look at when you can expect your love life to improve. Okay. And then we've got Cherylyn. So do you want to just send me your question? Exactly. Thank you, Rachel, for picking that up. And just the fact that Mark is Libra. I mean, every time I read for you, Mark, you always get cards around the need to strive for balance. And it's funny. Angels and Spirit, please show me, when can Mark expect his love life to improve? When is there going to be a positive? Yeah, I'm getting early next year. But you might hear from someone by the end of the week. This could be someone from your past, but I am getting January, February for you. I hope that was helpful. I'm just waiting for Cherylyn's question. So while I wait for it, I'm going to just pull another card for you, Mark, and this is going to be an oracle message regarding your love life. I don't even have to shuffle. You got self-talk. This goes back to your beliefs. So let me see what this card says. The bunny card asks you to check on your internal self-talk. We often judge, we blame, we shame, we belittle, we discourage, and we diminish ourselves worse than anyone out there ever could. And it hurts just as deeply. The little child inside of us hears all these hurtful words, and all it wants to do is hide and cry and never come out to play. This is how we slowly but surely destroy our potential for joy, creativity, and adventure. Interesting, because of the Seven of Swords, you know, it's you hiding. Show your self-acceptance no matter what you did or didn't do or what you think is wrong with you. Show yourself kindness despite all the perceived mistakes and wrongdoings, just like you would do a little child who just stumbled and is upset. Show yourself compassion and, most importantly, love. You're welcome. Okay, so Cherylyn says, I don't mind which deck. I'm seeing words for strength and transition for next 6 months. Okay. All right. Cherylyn, are you a Scorpio? Because that feels like what Scorpio is going through at the moment. Let's see what messages you need. Okay. What does Cherylyn need to see, please? What does Cherylyn need to see, please? What is the guidance for Cherylyn? Okay. What does Cherylyn need to see? I am picking up on a bit of resistance in your energy, okay? What do I mean by resistance? Usually it's what we do when we can feel changes coming in our life. We're kind of programmed to resist change because we stick to our comfort zones, our, you know, whatever feels safe and familiar, right? So it's natural to resist change, even though, you know, it's the only constant in this life. But look at your numbers. You've got number 10, which it's the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot, and it means that changes are coming. But also in the tarot, 10s represent endings, but in numerology, a 10 is a number 1, because in numerology you reduce the double digit to a single digit. 1 plus 0 equals 1. So it means that yes, you've got new beginnings coming. Then you've got number 4, which is all about structure and foundation. So while you're waiting for new beginnings to be born in your life, think about what structures you want to put in place to ensure, more stability moving forward. Okay, so you are going through a bit of a transition. And before you can welcome new beginnings and new energy, new people, new situations, you need to release things from your past. And this card is about the need to find forgiveness. So you could be carrying a little bit of resentment. I don't know if it's towards family members. Why am I feeling it could be something to do with a family situation? They're saying you're being called to move out of resentment and into a state of compassion. And it can be very difficult to cultivate compassion for people who've hurt you. But what causes forgiveness to naturally occur and for compassion to arise is when we can feel sorrow, understanding, and concern for someone else's suffering. So deliberately look for how you can relate to their pain, because it might just set you free. Spirit is saying, whatever obstacles you're facing right now, don't be thrown off by them, okay? Because this card says, don't look at setbacks as the end of the world. They're here to propel and stretch you. So just keep working on your dream, and life will create something so much bigger than you currently have the ability to understand. You could be trying to manifest. There could be a number of things you would like to kind of check off your list. This card says some things may be taking longer than expected, but something will be born into your life very soon. Have faith, and your hope in the immense possibility for your life will be restored. Okay? Okay. Ah, yes, you're Scorpio. Okay. What does Cherylyn need to see, please, Spirit? So you will be moving, but maybe not as quickly as you would like. Whoops. They're saying only think about what it is that you want to manifest. Okay, so don't think about all the things that could possibly go wrong. Move into a state of receptivity. Faith in something better coming your way will set the wheels in motion for attracting what you want. And let go of attachment and fixation upon your problems. Now let me see. Which deck do I want to use? I'm drawn to this one over here. See what's coming up. Don't normally use this one. Okay. Thank you. Who was that from? Darlene. Thank you, Darlene. All right, what does Cherylyn need to see? Yeah, you're going through the end of a karmic cycle. What does Cherylyn need to see? What's coming up for Cherylyn, please? What is coming up for Cherylyn? What's coming up for Cherylyn? So I want you to visualize your new lifestyle. Like, are you going to be living by the ocean? What do you want to do each day? Like, what's your new routine look like? There's definitely some conflict in your energy. You know, that card about the need to find compassion. You've got view this from the other person's perspective. You've got look at the bright side, as this will pass soon. And look, you are almost about to walk into a new chapter of your life with the gamble card. So it's asking you to take chances, jump in with 2 feet. You've got your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. And keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. Okay, so I'm going to get one more message. The Earth and Bone deck is kind of wanting me to, it's kind of calling out to me for you. So let's have a look. What does Cherylyn need to see, please, Spirit? What is the guidance for Cherylyn? got beloved. It's about love, reciprocity, and intertwinement. So I don't know what your relationship status is, but it's interesting because the love card wanted to come out in the other deck as well. It says, Spirit is pleading with you to learn to love yourself as much as you are loved by others. In the spiritual realm, your guides love you unconditionally. Allow yourself to discover and create your own sense of authenticity. You're still in the process of learning. You're eliminating fears and obstacles, and by doing so, you'll be able to teach people about their own lives while also learning the truth about the other side. You have so much to give in terms of love. Give it freely. Your mission is to investigate every complex channel of your existence and learn everything that you can. With your awareness of your purpose, you bring healing to so many people who are saddened because they are experiencing exactly what you are: suppression and fear of being true to themselves. In the meantime, learn as much as you can and experience exactly what you want. Do what you love, and it will lead you where you need to go. Spirit is saying that they always have your back. You will always have enough. Do not act out of fear. Let go and trust that your path is designed for so much abundance. Trust it, follow it, give others a reason to be true to themselves. Set a standard of living by example through love. By accepting everyone without judgment, including yourself, you teach the art of authenticity. No one is perfect and no one is less. No one is better or more right. No one is any more important than anyone else. And the affirmation is, I embrace, accept, and reciprocate the love that is bestowed upon me from the universe. Well, that's a nice card. I hope that that was helpful. Thank you so much, Darlene. Do you have a question for me? So love might be coming up for you, Cherylyn. That's such a nice message from you, Darlene. Thank you. I'll have to check you out on YouTube. I'm always looking for creators, and you know, I've become a lot more selective with my tarot readers on YouTube, because some of them I just think, oh my gosh, like you're just making this up. Like, I don't know how you have like 50,000 subscribers. I know that sounds awful, but I'm the first person to support other readers if, you know, they deserve it. Like Minnow Pond Tarot, I mean, look how far he has come. Like, I really admire his consistency. He never misses his readings like me. He's on a very disciplined schedule, always pumping out readings, and he knows his stuff. But I'm kind of looking for more like readers who get the love, the collective love messages on point. Like, you know, the Tarot Empress used to have the most accurate love readings, and she doesn't do them anymore. I also like Baba Jolie. I think she's great. Ashley, I can do one card for free, and then, but for the longer reading, it's $15 Australian. So does Darlene have a question? Oh, you don't have one. Why don't I want to do Darlene a message. So why don't I use the Totem Guardians deck that I got today? Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, the Tarot Empress used to be like crazy accurate. And then I ordered a personal reading and I was like, no, I was expecting more. But anyway, so many readers on YouTube. Okay, Angels and Spirit, please show me. What does Darlene need to see? What does Darlene need to see? Where's Darlene's message? Oh, okay, that was determined to come out. You've got Armadillo, boundaries. So maybe you're a people pleaser and you need to start saying no more. And you've got patterns. The spider. Let's have a look. Don't do this to me, PayPal. All right, so 23. So I'm getting 2 and 3 for you. I don't know if they're significant numbers, but you've got number 23 and 32. So 2332. Let me know if those numbers are significant in some way. Like maybe you were born on the 23rd. So Armadillo is about staying strong within your power and maintaining healthy boundaries and energetic hygiene. Keep your awareness on how the outside world is affecting you, how food, drink, music, movies, images, conversation topics, and discussions make you feel, and protect yourself from whatever doesn't resonate with you. Notice when you're being a people pleaser for the sake of keeping the peace on the outside, but at the cost of your internal well-being and sense of self-worth. Claim your sovereignty and assert your needs and personal space within the situation. Sorry, when the situation calls for it. And Spider says, the patterns that we create in our lives by continually feeding them with our emotions and focus, consciously or unconsciously, are sticky and cyclical. They tend to come back to us time and time again with new sets of players and circumstances, but causing us to experience the same strong emotions. So this is talking about what triggers us, and at times we end up feeling disempowered and trapped by these patterns. But as you do your internal work with old emotional charges and release them, you might notice that the old pattern comes back to fill itself up with the old pain, looking for a regular dose of your energy that you are used to giving to it. So I don't know if you, like, sometimes we get addicted to a relationship that's like an emotional roller coaster. We get addicted to the highs and the lows. It's like we need that sugar hit again, but we know that it's just going to come crashing down. So I don't know if this is going on for you. When you know the work is already done and the old energetic charge is released, it's time to consciously release this pattern and stop reveling in the old addictive, painful projections and fears. Take this opportunity to build a new energetic framework by not participating in the old familiar ways. Instead, replace them with the energy of what you are ready to experience instead. So I hope that that was helpful. Yes, I love them both. I'm really kind of partial to Bubba because she's a fellow Scorpio and her Scorpio readings are always crazily accurate. But Chris, I like his approach as well. He's really good. Soul Moon Tarot, when you say she fell off the planet, oh, she disappeared, because sometimes like the tarot readers just like there's another way of interpreting that. It's like they're really on point and accurate all the time, and then they're really not. But I know what you mean. There was Rosie Tarot. Rosie Tarot was really good, but then she fell off the planet after I had purchased a personal reading. Never heard from her, never got a refund or anything. So I don't know what the deal was there. That was a couple of years ago now. So I think a lot of readers, like, don't get me wrong, I love doing what I do, but there are some days that I question whether I should continue with YouTube because I can't keep up with the algorithm. I don't have the time and energy. And it's really kind of soul destroying when you do put a lot of time into it. You just can't quite recover your views on the channel. So it's kind of like, well, no one's listening. Why am I doing this? You know what I mean? You are welcome, Darlene. I think I may have followed Soul Moon as well. I subscribed to a lot of readers at one point, but now I only really listen to one or two. So Ali's tarot is not too bad as well. Everyone's got different styles, and it's just, you know, finding what works for you. Yeah, no, it's just I need to be more consistent. So it's fine. It's my fault. I can't blame YouTube for it all. I don't know how Baba finds the energy. Like, she does readings that go for over an hour, and she'll pump out like 3 videos for each star sign a month. So 3 hours, like times 12, you know, like I don't know how she does it. But anyway, yeah, I admire so many of them. Let me know if you guys want a card, because I think I finished the paid reading. So Um, hmm. So, which decks do I have here? Yeah, the Scorpio readers are good. They really get to the heart of the matter, don't they? Pisces readers are good as well. I'm pretty sure Chris from Minnow Pond is either Cancer or Pisces. Maybe he's Cancer. I subscribe to Alex's Healing Tarot. I haven't listened to her for a while. She commented on one of my videos once, and I thought that was really lovely. And I couldn't believe that what's his name? Tyler's Tarot joined one of my lives. I was like, oh my god, I'm fangirling. He's Pisces. Thanks, Lance. Yes, his son was in a bat. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Which deck do I want to? I want to use this deck. Let's have a look. It's horrible. Yeah, I can see how he might not be for everyone. He might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I find him hilarious. Okay. Show me, what does Rachel's friend need to see? I feel like there could be some fluid on the brain that could be problematic. I feel like that's the biggest risk, fluid on the brain, and because they're showing me in my mind's eye Roald Dahl, and I know because it's one of my most favorite biographies is the biography on Roald Dahl, and I found out that not only was he a World War II fighter pilot and a massively successful children's author. Yes, okay, he was racist or whatever. I don't know much about that. But he also married a Hollywood actress. They had, I think, 3 kids, but their son was hit by a bus when he was in a pram. His son suffered a horrible brain injury, and Roald Dahl actually invented what they still use today to help with brain injuries and releasing the fluid on the brain. So if they can, I feel like they need to release I think they need to release some fluid. Oh, and thank you for validating. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I'm touching here, the front. I don't know what else to say. Like, I think that they need to just closely monitor that and do whatever they can. I do feel like the trauma that he's been through may trigger some kind of an autoimmune condition, whether that's going to be like sooner or like later down the line. But like, obviously that's not his immediate, like that's not, important in the immediate term. It's obviously the brain injury. Okay. So, but I think he'll be okay. All right. So Ashley says, oh my goodness, so many car accidents. Oh, thank you, JJ. So I'm just trying to find Ashley's question. What's that? He deserves to get punched in the face for what he's done as of late. Who's that? Sorry, I've lost track of who we were talking about. Why has, oh, are you talking about TJ? TJ Perkins? Let's see, why has he gone quiet? Let me have a look. Which deck do I want to use? This one. I don't know what he's done. Like, I live under a rock, seriously. I don't know what's going on in the world half the time. So let's have a look. Let's see, angels and spirit, please show me what's going on with TJ Perkins. What's going on with TJ Perkins, please? I just saw a trampoline, so I'm hearing fall from grace. You know the trampolines that they hold at the bottom of a building when someone's at risk of falling? So I'm getting fall from grace. Hey Lexi, just ask a question, or if you're wanting a detailed reading, it's $15 via PayPal or Super Chat, okay? Now, I'm also seeing, like, is he at risk of getting locked up? Like, is he at risk of going to jail over something? I feel like he's trying to just keep a low profile. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing from that card. But yeah, I wouldn't know what he's done. Lexi, what's Vontae's next move towards me? Okay. Let's see, which deck do I want to use? This one. Angels and Spirit, please show me what is Vontae's next move towards Lexi? What is Vontae's next move towards Lexi, please? There's definitely a sense that he's struggling mentally. He could be fearing rejection, because the first card to come out is the Nine of Swords. Okay, so this is someone who's losing sleep over a situation. And then we have the Hanged Man in the reverse, so someone who's hesitant to come forward. See how this person's hands are behind their back as well? I feel like he's afraid to come clean about something. There could be something that he's holding back from you. One of the reasons why you broke up, or maybe I'm hearing what's happened since you've broken up. He doesn't want you to find out about something. It could all be a little bit of a mess is what I'm getting, okay? So that's what I'm seeing. I don't see any immediate moves from him at the moment because of that Hanged Man in the reverse, okay? And obviously he's fearing the consequences of his actions, okay? Sure. Yeah, we can go into detail. Hi, Irene. Nice to see you. Let me just sign back into PayPal. Sorry, guys. It always bumps me out, and then my phone wants to fall down. All right, let's sign back in. So Lexi, the detail readings are $15 Australian, and it's my PayPal link is in the description box. Otherwise, you can just do a super chat, okay? Irene's question, what's coming up in love? Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to use the tarot for this. Thanks, Lexi. Angels and Spirit, what's coming up for Irene in love? What's coming up for Irene in love, please? I feel like someone who could be going through a bit of a divorce is coming in. Because I'm seeing cards like 10 of Swords in the reverse and the Devil. Yeah, someone who's going through a divorce, 10 of Cups in the reverse. They're still releasing someone. So it's like they're not able to kind of have a solid new beginning with anyone until that's sorted. That's what it feels like to me, okay? So be careful. Don't overcompensate for anyone's lack of effort. It's not your job to kind of make the relationship work if someone else's life is like kind of in chaos, all right? So kind of just... I hope that makes sense. Don't try to make up for their inability to kind of show up for you. You're welcome. Thank you, Rachel. Oh, I will. Enjoy the cavoodles. Okay, so Lexi wants to know what he's done. What's his name again? Let me just see. Vontae. Okay. Let's see, what is Vontae stressing about? What has he done? What has he been up to? Which deck do I want to use? This one. And there's another Oracle deck that would be really good, actually. And we're going to see what he would say to you. That's what I want to do. What does Lexi need to see about Vontae? Hey, Victoria. What does Lexi need to see about Vontae? See, isn't it interesting that you got this card locked and it says can't move forward? That's the same energy as the Hanged Man in the reverse. You know how he was still tethered to the tree? But this card also says missing pieces. So there's something that you don't know. What does Lexi need to see about Vontae? What is Vontae keeping from Lexi? Oh, thanks, Victoria. You're welcome, Irene. Let's see. What is Vontae hiding from Lexi? What is he stressing about? Bottled up, yeah. So he's keeping things inside. He's not opening up. And this card also says deception as well. I'm going to ask the tarot what he could be hiding from you. What is Vontae hiding from Lexi? What is Vontae hiding? Show me what is Vontae hiding from Lexi, please. He's not happy with the way things are. I saw the World in the reverse, so I feel like there's still more to come with this connection. Like, the World in the reverse... Sorry, I think my dog is just making weird noises. The World in the reverse can be like, you haven't seen the final verdict yet, okay? What is Vontae hiding from Lexi? I feel like he does want to meet up with you eventually with the Three of Pentacles and work it out. Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Why are there two queens? Was his mother or an ex kind of interfering in any way? Because sometimes both the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles can represent a mother or an ex. I do feel like he will be charging back and coming out of this coming out of the cold again, because we have the Six of Wands next to the Five of Pentacles in the reverse position. There's some kind of toxic dynamic though, and I don't know, it's got something to do with this Queen. Okay, his mum, okay. That's the devil, okay? I don't want to say his mum's the devil, but obviously there's a codependency there. Maybe he gives too much weight to his mum's opinion and he needs to stop that, okay? So at the moment he's reflecting, he's not taking action, but you will hear from him eventually. You've got the Page of Cups, which can be an apology, okay? So at the moment, I feel like he's not choosing you because he thinks that, yeah, there's differences in the family, or there's a difference in values between you and him. Hierophant in the reverse. And he doesn't know how he's going to reconcile these differences moving forward. And that's why you kept getting those cards about unable to move forward. Maybe he thinks that he can't see how this relationship will work on the long term until he figures out how, you know, his mum is going to be, like, how to get his mum away from your relationship. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's thinking things through. I can see that with the Four of Swords. Let's see what he would say to you. Okay. Angels and Spirit, please show me. What would he say? What would Vontae say to Lexi? There's so many cards here. Let me just give this another shuffle. What would Vontae say to Lexi if he could be 100% honest? Feel like he's a bit immature and he's not able to kind of stand up to his mum just yet. So he's got to heal that. You will hear from him eventually. He's saying, please take my call. Let's forget the past and start over. Okay. Oh my God, why do these people feel the need to actually come on here and just like get a life? Oh, okay. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does he want to say to Lexi? What does he want to say? Eventually, he's going to spill his guts, okay? He's saying, I'm just going to let it all out and stop over-analyzing things. Is he an air sign? Because I feel like air signs sometimes can just overthink. They overthink things. Could be a Virgo as well, but I definitely think the mum is playing a huge part in this, okay? He's a Virgo. There you go. I can't make this up. Even though that loser was just like, you know, telling me that I'm lying to everyone. Anyway, so I do feel like the two of you will get back on track. Just give it time. Allow the dust to settle. Let him figure out how he's going to deal with his mum, because this is not something that you can fix at all. Okay, so just let him, leave it with him. And have faith in this connection. If it's meant to be, it will be. All right, you won't need to force it. Thank you. I will forget him. I get a lot of pleasure out of hiding this user from this channel when they send me stupid comments like that. Hey, Robert, you're at work. Oh. Okay, guys. Well, I think I'm going to end it now because I have to go and feed my dog because she was making weird noises before and it is a bit late to be feeding her. So I better go and tend to my baby. Thank you all for joining me and I'll be back again soon. Okay, guys? Bye. Have a nice weekend. Baba, do you want your